Hey, you guys. I read this article last night and I completely forgot to post the video. So here it goes. This is according to Fox News, and I also read it on another site, but Fox News is the most updated. Biden, you guys, Biden said that he was thinking about investigating Elon Musk and his ties to foreign investors, his relationships with foreign investors. So let's get to this article. Biden torched over call to investigate Elon Musk's foreign ties. One of the most hypocritical statements. You know why they're calling it a hypocritical statement? Because when former President Trump was in office and he wanted to investigate Hunter Biden, everyone was down his throat and saying that he was going after him, a political enemy, and it was just one thing after another. And people were wanting to just raise hell about Trump wanting to investigate Hunter's connections and relationships with other countries, including Ukraine. You guys remember that? And now Biden wants to investigate Elon Musk's relationships. Do you think that makes sense? Let me know what you think about it in the comments. But let's get to this article. Representative James Comer called out President Biden's hypocrisy after he suggested new Twitter CEO Elon Musk should be investigated for his ties to foreign countries. I think that Elon Musk's cooperation and or technical relationships with other countries is worthy of being looked at whether or not he is doing anything inappropriate, Biden said at the White House Wednesday when asked if Musk is a national security threat. Well, you guys, what do you think? Do you think Musk is a national security threat? Let's talk about it in the comments, but let's get back to the article too. Comer is a Republican from Kentucky, right? He called the president's statement amazing. The fact that Joe Biden said that there should be an investigation into Twitter over foreign investment will go down in history as one of the most hypocritical statements ever made by the President of the United States, Comer said on Fox and Friends Thursday. Republicans have begun conducting investigations into Hunter Biden's foreign business dealings, and Comer said the party is prepared to move forward with their probe if they are able to secure a majority in the House. To say that Musk should be under investigation, but then that Congress should turn a blind eye to his family's influence peddling with China, with Russia, with Ukraine, and yes, with the Middle East is amazing, Comer told co-hosts Todd Piro and Carly Shimkus. Biden wished House Republicans lots of luck and claimed Americans want to move on from the probe into his son's business ventures. I have bad news for the president, Comer said. We're prepared in January in a Republican majority to press forward in a big way. Comer said he is optimistic that Musk will help the GOP by turning over documents about Twitter's censorship of the Hunter Biden laptop story. As of Thursday morning, however, he said they hadn't received anything concrete ahead of the Friday deadline. Comer went on to say that Biden will regret some of his comments, including previous claims that he had no knowledge of his son's business dealings. I don't think the American people are going to think that Hunter Biden receiving millions of dollars from unmarked accounts in China and Russia is very funny when they're struggling to pay their energy bills, he said. Comer characterized Hunter Biden's dealings as influence peddling and claimed then Vice President Biden facilitated meetings with foreign entities who eventually transferred money to his son. This is what we're going to get to the bottom of in a very public hearing very soon in a Republican majority, Comer said. So what do you guys think about this? Like when I read it last night, I actually made a video, forgot to post it, and since there's an update, I'm bringing this update to you guys. But I really, really think that it is inappropriate for non-political people. Like, if you're not in the government, you're not a member of the government, why would investors into a company, why would Elon Musk investors be a problem? Let me know, you guys, because I'm not very politically savvy. I just go based on what I think is right for my family, what is right for me, and what I think is going to help us not struggle in this country. And I just think that right now, this article proves that both sides are like really doing tit for tat crap to one another, and they're using people outside of government to get their agendas met. However, let me just tell you how I feel about Biden. Okay. Remember, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm in the middle, and I vote for whoever has lived up to some of their promises, whoever's going to make it easier for my family. However, Hunter Biden, I feel, is Joe Biden's karma. He is getting his ass bitten back now for all of the damage that he caused to families, people of color back in the day, when he almost, this is my opinion, that it is his karma, okay? It's not a fact, but it's my opinion. It's what I believe. He almost single-handedly put an entire generation of drug addicts, people who were addicted to crack cocaine. All right? If you were an addict and you were caught with a rock, then you were sent to prison. And many people, their lives were done. They got out when they were old men and women, right? And thank God I do not personally know anyone who has suffered through that, being an addict and being punished for all of those years because you were addicted to something. And remember, back in the day, I've never known anyone who was addicted to crack. I've heard stories about people that I knew through other people, right? And they were all sad stories. But it was always said that if you tried it only one time, then you were hooked. And that your body was always chasing after that high, kind of like chasing after heroin, or people who get hooked on, what is it called? Oxycontin, right? That, they chase after it. So it was like you hit one time on crack and you're done. So those people ended up going to prison because they were sick. And these days, if you're addicted to something, you're sick, right? You get help. You don't go straight to jail with a one-way ticket, no way out, right? Until you're old and gray. And now look at this. There is proof out there in the world that his son is a damn crackhead. One who can afford his crack, not like other people who were poor and running around, and, you would see them like freaking out. I remember one time I was driving around in the city. Remember, I'm a country girl. I'm used to seeing grass, trees, horses, whatever, highway. But I remember one day riding around, this was 20 years ago, you guys, and there was this woman just throwing her arms up in the air, flinging them everywhere, talking to herself, looking on the ground. And later on, I found out that is the behavior of a crackhead. So anyway, back to the story, you guys. I'm sorry I went off on this, but in my opinion, this is his karma. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.